All right, right now I want to go over some virtual scaffolds for Ls that I've been using, and just to kind of help them. One thing I've seen a lot of teachers using is a lot of like PowerPoints used in conjunction with Google Docs, which works great for mainstream students, but might not be as accessible for our Ls. Here's one example. I'm not trying to like point anything out here, but just I see there's color coding, which is good. It makes things stand out. But many times I see a lot of directions that are given on these assignments, or even in a video they're given, and it's just a little difficult to follow for our Ls. So what we're going to do is try and streamline that with a little bit of a workflow using Google Forms instead of a slideshow with Google Docs. So one thing I'd start with is looking at Google Docs, making sure that you break things up into sections. That's immediate. If you have a couple videos that go together, put those in one section with the questions they have, or one video with 3 questions, one section. Break up that information so it's easier to follow, so they're not getting confused at which video goes with which question or whatever, even if you have to like change the labels. So the first thing I did was I took like the dangers of smoking. Now this might be part 1. Maybe I have other videos to watch or other questions, but I'm going to start with this video. Okay. So I'm going to add in the video here. Instead of having a link on a Google form, it's going to be right here embedded in this document. So I'm going to click here and add my video. I always use my URL to do that because then I can search YouTube and find the best video. Sometimes if you search, if you do the video search in Google Forms, it won't bring back as many results usually. So I like to just grab the link or the URL and add it that way. Then I can search more freely through YouTube. Okay, so I add this in. I have my YouTube video now. Now, if you don't have YouTube videos, it might be a little problematic, but most things that you find on other websites, you can find something similar on YouTube probably. So I'll put a little direction, watch the video and answer the question or questions, whatever you want to do, or I could even put a number, answer the 2 questions, whatever I have. And I'm going to ask my question. Now, notice how my formatting in Google Forms is pretty limited. So I could say, what are the dangers of smoking? But again, one of the things I'm limited to here is I can't have boldface and underline. I can't really highlight vocabulary very well. I can't draw their eyes and attention to things. I might do that. I might just put all caps here. But what I'm going to show you is a little bit different way to start bringing some other scaffolds in here. I'm going to make this into a paragraph question just because they can answer as much as they want, and if they don't say as much, it doesn't really matter too much. Now what I did for this question, I've actually built a little scaffold in the old document here I was using. So you can see, here's the scaffold that I have. I put a picture, and I should probably, I didn't get a chance to actually put the link in for the picture so I can give them credit, so I apologize for that. But I have an image here. I have a language frame that they can use, and then I also have a word bank. And I might even put in some directions like use as many words as possible in your answer, something like that. I might try to do that, but for right now I won't. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to press Shift, Window key, and S. Okay, I'm going to press that. I'm going to highlight this or drag around my image here. And it's going to copy it to my clipboard. Now, I didn't get the whole thing. I didn't get everything I wanted. Let me do that one time again. Let me get off the picture. Shift, Window key S. There. Now I can drag around this and grab my word bank, my frame, and my picture. Then I'm going to go back here, click into this image now that's on my clipboard. I'm actually just going to save this so I can use it in a second. I always save to my desktop just because it's easier to find, but if you want to save it to a folder, the easiest way you can find it. I also use the same name for all these just because I keep saving over it again and again to make it easy to find. So I replaced this. I now have that image saved to my hard drive. Now I can go ahead and click. I click to my picture. I'm going to upload this picture from my hard drive. Okay. And now you can see, now I have an image with a picture, a frame, and a word bank all tied to this to kind of draw attention to what they might need to do here. And then they can give their answer. And the beauty of this is it's all tied into just this question. If they go on to the next question, there might be a different picture there, or there might be a different frame or a different scaffold in place, or just a different video. But this one they can focus and say, okay, I know this goes with this part. And we can see on their version how that might look. So we can see, oh, that's what they're going to see, is that this all goes together. I need to make sure that I keep this in mind. So again, this is a basic scaffold to build some more things in for our L's to make things more accessible for them. Some quick tips. Remember, when using Google Forms, try to break things into sections as much as possible. Also remember that you can use your URLs from your videos. And the big thing is, maybe build some scaffolds on a document and then use your Shift window key and S to snip and save an image of that to upload to Google Forms.